Hello and welcome. I'm Anand Naidu. Thanks for joining us. We begin with a new development in the search for the missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. On Wednesday, China's State Administration for Science, Technology and Industry for National Defense announced that one of their satellites picked up images of 3 suspected floating objects in the sea. They say it may be the crash site of the airliner. The agency says that the coordinates are in waters northeast of where Flight 370 took off from, that's Kuala Lumpur, and south of Vietnam. Well, for more on these latest developments, I'm joined now by CCTV's Nathan King. Nathan?
Thanks, Anand. Yeah, these satellite images first tweeted by us here at CCTV America Wednesday morning because we thought they might be potentially important. They are a piece of the puzzle, but not the whole picture. And remember, this debris may have moved since Sunday, so we're not calling this a crash site, especially as no ships or aircraft have located this potential debris. We have to also think about the families whose loved ones are missing and also wait for important debrief about these pictures because you don't have that much information yet. But this is what we do know. The State Administration of Science and Technology and Industry for National Defense released these 3 images, and they come from the Guofen No. 1 satellite. First found the suspected debris around 11 a.m. Beijing time back on March 9th. This was one of the 10 satellites repositioned by China as part of the international response to the disappearance of Flight 370. And all information had to be analysed, and now we're told by our sources that this information has been provided to the search and rescue teams in the Gulf of Thailand and elsewhere. These 3 objects, as the dimensions may not show, but we've got them for you. The smallest, 13 meters by 18 meters. The next biggest, 14 meters by 19 meters. 24 meters by 22 meters is the third one, suggesting they could be big enough to be debris from a plane that has broken up. Now, while they don't prove anything, they are the first sighting of anything we've seen in the 5 days since Flight 370 went down. However, let's go back to the flight of 370. Let's have a look at the path. Now, before the speculation of where the plane may have ended up on other networks, we do know that the aircraft's transponder stopped working just as it left the Malaysian peninsula, heading towards the South China Sea in the Gulf of Thailand en route to Vietnam, final destination Beijing. Now, if confirmed, this will call into question Malaysian sources that said the plane may have turned back over Malaysia and heading to the Straits of Malacca towards Indonesia and East Timor. Now, it's light over the South China Sea now. Obviously, all efforts will be concentrating on this area. One last word, by the way, on our reporting here. This is the tweet that we put out before anyone else here in America. It's the original tweet from this morning showing the photos. What it also says is verification in progress. This basically means we do not know this is debris. We cannot necessarily speculate, but the fact that the Chinese government have put this out suggests they think there's something, and we wanted to bring you the news as quickly as possible. Anand?
Nathan, if these images are indeed debris, what does that suggest?
I think it suggests several things. It could narrow the search area. Remember, this search area expanded to over 40,000 square kilometers of sea and land. This is also a relatively shallow area, 90 meters deep or so, the Gulf of Thailand. It would also renew the idea of a sudden catastrophic failure, a plane sticking to its flight plan and then suddenly goes off the radar, potentially disintegrating. That, of course, would not rule out foul play or terrorism. But of course, we cannot speculate at this stage. But lots more news to come from these images.
I'm sure there's lots more to come. Thanks, Nathan. Nathan King there reporting.